My name is Michelle Sims, and I am from Radcliffe, Kentucky. I was the youngest of four, and we actually lived mostly in a large farmhouse. Since I was the only girl, it was I always felt like I had to be I had to prove myself all the time. I was constantly having to beat up my brothers just to make them not mess with me. But I guess I was a decent kid, though my mom might tell you otherwise. Man, I grew up just really into the arts. I've always, I painted, even though I can't draw to save my life, and I knew the entire Britney Spears album, when I was 5 years old. I was that kid that I put on Broadway shows in my house, and I always felt, as a young kid, my destiny was to be a famous star. That was my thing. I'm gonna be on stage and people are gonna adore me. It's gonna be great. So when I went to college, I studied performing arts. That was my major, and I had to focus in dance, and because that's what I wanted to do. But it was one of those things where and I just perpetuated that. I was that, I was always in the yoga pants and the cute little dance t-shirts, and my hair was always in a messy bun, and it was, I was that kid. And then I decided to not be that.
And what did they think when you told them that you wanted to join? Were they supportive? Did they want you to do something else?
My mom at first was not happy with me. It wasn't really joining the military that she was against. It was the branch that I chose. Because she was all for yeah, you could join the Air Force, they'll take care of you, that kind of thing, or the Navy will be really great. Yeah. But then I was just no, I'm joining the Marine Corps, and she kind of flipped out for a second. She's like, but why? Oh my God, you know what they do to you in there?
And why did you decide on the Marines?
I felt like it was the only challenge worth taking, honestly. Out of all the branches, I felt like I needed to force some type of change in myself, and that was the avenue that I felt was best fit.
Was it to kind of become independent, self-growth? So you wanted to leave home? Yeah,
it was a mixture of I don't know. I dropped out of college, and I had just felt like I had no direction in life. I felt like I'd given up on my big dream, But I decided that, I don't have to be stuck in that rut. So why not do something that maybe I would actually possibly be good at? And so I started looking into the branches, the military, and I honestly glossed over, because the Army was automatically just nixed out of my mind. Because it's just, to me, at least my mindset back then, I didn't want to be like my dad, So, and all my brothers had done that. They'd taken that route. So I decided, that wasn't necessarily for me. So you gotta have a certain type of character for this type of industry. You have to be willing to put your head on the chopping block time and time and time again, just for the sake of art. But if that art is what ignites you, that art is what ignites millions of others, inspires your proteges, you're gonna have people coming to you 10, 20 years from now saying, I watched these films and worshipped every step you took. Keep that legacy, and be proud of that. Don't be afraid of, getting that fame, but remember where you come from. Never stop learning, never stop teaching. Give to people, receive from people.
I'm awful at vlogging, because I realized that we've been moving for the past 3 days, and I've only gotten maybe an hour of footage, maybe. And that's gonna be cut down to 10 minutes because,
You suck!